Hi, everyone. I wanted to answer the question of Diane. She asked basically how to promote your articles on Notes so you can get more eyeballs on your articles apart from the people that already subscribe to you. And that's so, so important. And of course, you can always just um, rely on the fact that when you publish, there's a note with your article automatically going out. But I feel like that's not enough. We can do so much more. First, you can publish your post. Just look for the link of your post. I'm going to share my screen just to make it um, easier. Mm, just give me a second. So, this is one article where I was trying to to already explain how to promote Substack articles using notes, but the video is not good enough. So I'll use this article again. The way you share and you promote your article. So I've created this guide is you click share and click notes. And then a new tab will open where you see your note, your article. And then what you can do is copy paste here something from your article. So I'm just going to quickly go to the article again and I don't know, select something. Like this text here. And I will put it here. And that's the quote. Because this is a guide, I don't really have something super worthy of sharing as a quote, but this is the question from Diane. So you just do this and you click post. Here we are. And now you have a note from me with a link to the article, but also a quote. This is what you can do, but you can do even better. So if we go again to the article that we want to promote, we can do the link here or share. Where is it? Share. Share. Can do notes. And we can have the same quote if we want here. The link is not going to show, so don't worry about how it looks here. This is just to show you that you're going to have your article there. And then you schedule it. And you schedule it for a few times. So let me also promote this on Thursday at 20 p.m. Save. And I want to end schedule. And then maybe I want to do it a few more times. So that's what we need to do. We need to promote it in a few ways just to kind of, this one. So on the Meet Time Learn Substack Fast chat, I have this thread, but why? But how? Share your Substack questions here. And Diane asked, where are we? Diane asked, I have noticed one writer I follow is able to feature their articles with a lead in piece, like a note, that has a photo of their article and links back to it. And I think this is a really good way to promote your work. But I don't see how I can also do it. Do you know? So I've basically answered this question, showing you exactly how to do it. But to up the ante, I was also telling you that um, you can actually schedule the same note a few different times to hit different audiences. So you have a lot of subscribers from Australia. Put it at times in the day where Australians can take a look, and so on and so forth. I want to show you another way to share and promote your article. So bear with me again. I think I linked to my article here. And this is the quoting part. If you have something super deep in your article that you want to share, so we're back in the article. And this one has nothing deep because it's just a video guide, but that I'm re-recording now because I wasn't sharing the tabs properly. So hopefully I do it properly now. And you want to share something super deep. This is not super deep, but I'm showing you as an example. You just click share, or no, restack is better. And then you have this view, and you can change different colors of the background, and even have the kind of a yeah, washed out color version of your article cover. You can choose if it's centered or to the side. I like it centered. You can schedule it from here. So we'll put it on Tuesday at 2:57. Save. You can write additional stuff or just put it like this. Click schedule. And here we go. There is a way to see your scheduled notes. So when you create a note and schedule, where was it? I knew there was a way to do it, but now I can't remember. There's a way to find all your scheduled notes. It's not coming to me. Might have to do another guide for that. But those are the big two ways of um of promoting your articles. One is share a link to your full article and then copy a quote manually, and do that a few times as clones of your notes. Second one is go to your article on your desktop. You can do that actually, I think, also from the app. Select a quote from your article, click share as a note, and then, or even copy that link. If you put it in notes, it's going to show up as that with the graphics, with the different colors you can choose in the background and blah, blah, blah. And you post it. And you post it a few times. Best times to post your notes, to repeat myself from a different guide. I have an article that is called, I think it's like 12 things to know about Substack notes, where I diluted 3 months of research on how to be really good at notes. Not to go viral, but to basically promote your work, let people know that you exist in the Substack universe. And one of those tricks or tips was to post your notes over and over again, especially the ones that you think are really good to pull people back into your article, like links to your articles, even old articles. It doesn't have to be just your newest one. If the topic is still relevant, you're really proud of that article, you think it's really relevant, maybe something happens in the news, there's a huge discussion worldwide or in your country or in your region about a specific topic, and you've written about it, you can repost that post. There really doesn't need to be a reason for you to repost an old article. If you think it's still relevant, you still want people to look at it, it's great to promote it on Notes, because articles promoted on Notes get shared with everyone. Of course, there's the algorithm that decides who's actually going to see it, but at least it goes to people that are not only to the people that you're subscribed to, but the whole Substack universe, possibly. So really use that, because it's a great way to get free subscribers, paid subscribers, all kinds of subscribers. It's really, really precious. So I would implement that in your way of working with articles. You write the article, you create the graphics. With MeTime Premium, you have access to my Canva template, so you can create, designs that you can always kind of tweak a little bit and reuse for different articles you do. And so you create the design, you package it all up, and then you push publish. After you pushed publish on your article, I want you to go on chats that are super relevant, publication chats that are super relevant to the topic you've written, and share a link there. Um, if you're allowed to. Sometimes it's paywalled. If you're a paid subscriber, do it. Things like that. Explain why you're sharing that article, why it's relevant to the people in that group. You can also ask for permission to post, but if it's free to post there, then technically it's allowed to post, and you don't want to seem spammy, and that's why I say introduce the article, what it is about, why you're sharing it there, but otherwise just post. So that's on chats. And then on notes, select those articles or those pieces of, sorry, not articles, pieces of the article, quotes that are super, they're maybe summarize an idea or, it's something that's really relevant there. A hard truth, a quote that is super inspirational, and then select that text as I've shown you, and that will go on notes and it will link back to your article. Do it a few times, so it's scheduled for a few times during the week, so you have a lot more visibility of that exact note because you've created a few clones. Don't worry about repeating yourself. We all have, short memories, especially for Substack things, and if I see the same note twice, really is not the end of the world. People are not going to be like, oh, I've seen this note before. I've seen my notes so many times, I get bored of them, but that's kind of the max. People will not unsubscribe from a note unless you're saying something offensive to their values or things like that, which I don't think is the case normally. Um, so don't worry to be a bit redundant. Share a lot. Share articles that are older, that you think are relevant for today. Maybe I have an interview with Carl Honore. He writes about slowing down, and we did an interview about how to vacation the slow way. And for sure, I'm going to share it, yeah, maybe even today and for a few more days afterwards, because it's so relevant to where we are in the year, because it's summertime and vacation time. And sometimes we kind of do vacation like it's a to-do list, and it's not very restful, or we don't really remember what happened because it was such a such a packed trip. So yeah, stuff like that. I think I've told you more or less everything I know about notes. Don't be afraid to repeat the note, clone it. As also Michael asked on the chat, make sure that you promote your article a lot on notes when it's new, but also afterwards. But I think the most important time is when you've written it. Put it many times in the same day, so there's kind of, and share it on different chats, because that's going to create in the algorithm, mm, kind of, I don't know, let's say people will keep accessing the article and liking it and commenting on it, which means the algorithm will consider it a valuable article and will promote it and show it to more and more people. So it's really important. The most important time to promote your article with notes on the Notes River is when you post it first on chats and on notes. I showed you the two versions where you link to the full article or you link to a quote in your article or both, and then schedule it. Second phase of promoting your article is scheduling clone notes of the same kind of things you've done for the day you've published, for the day after, for the weekend. And the last thing I wanted to share today was the best time to share notes. The best time to share notes is weekends, whenever you think your audience will be scrolling on the couch, or yeah, in the evening in bed before they go to bed. Those are great times to schedule notes to appear on the stack. um Worst time to publish? Monday. Especially notes. People are just getting their stuff done for work, and the week is starting, and they've substacked on the weekend. So the worst time is Monday. And then as the week progresses, things get better and better. Another time that's a bit dead, in my opinion, is Friday afternoons because people go out enjoying the weekend, meeting with real people. They're not really on Substack that much. So not the best time, but not a terrible time either. So feel free to go there. Saturday, Sunday, golden time for posting Substack notes, but that's also family time. So for those of you that have a family, I'm sorry, I have my laptop on my knees, which means it's bouncing back and forth. Um, Bouncing back and forth. This is better, more stable. Yes. Promote it on the weekends by scheduling it ideally, so you don't need to be on your phone all the time promoting and commenting. It can go in automatically, and then you can just be notified, see the notification if people ask questions or comment, and you decide if you do it then or you want to have the weekend off and do it later. I think it's okay. um we're here for the long run, not to, I don't know, um burn ourselves out doing Substack on top of our real profession and life. So, take it easy, do it in a way mm, that's workable for you, that's doable for you. And I think that's it. I hope this was helpful. If you have other questions, I'll share the link to the chat where we ask questions about Substack things that we don't understand or we would like some feedback on. And I'll see you in another Substack super simple guide. Take care.